Derry, Maine, a town that eats its children. Derry may seem like a typical small town on the surface, but underneath its quaint facade lies a chilling truth. It is haunted and manipulated by an ancient, shape-shifting evil known as Pennywise the Dancing Clown. Every 27 years, this creature awakens to feed on fear, especially that of children, often resulting in mysterious disappearances and deaths that the townspeople collectively ignore. The psychological toll is immense. Residents are subtly controlled to forget traumatic events or dismiss horrors as coincidence. Living in Derry means constantly being vulnerable to unseen forces and the looming dread that your child or you might be the next victim. It's not just terrifying, it's helplessly, soul-crushingly horrifying. 2. The Witcher, a brutal medieval world without mercy. The continent in the Witcher series is a place of ceaseless war, monstrous beasts, rampant disease, and widespread prejudice. Common folk live in poverty, terrified of both natural and supernatural threats. Magic users and non-humans, like elves and dwarves, face discrimination, while political corruption and betrayal are the norm. Even the Witchers themselves, genetically enhanced monster hunters, are despised despite being humanity's protectors. Life here is short, brutal, and unfair. If you're not killed by a monster, you'll likely die in a war, fall victim to disease, or be hunted as a heretic. It's high fantasy with no sense of justice, only survival. The Platform, a vertical hell of starvation and despair. In the Platform El Hoyo, humanity is reduced to its most primal instincts. Imagine living in a vertical prison where food descends level by level, and only those at the top eat well. Those below starve. Every month, you're randomly moved to a new level, meaning your position and your survival is at the mercy of chance. The moral decay is swift. Cannibalism, violence, and suicide are common. The psychological torture of abundance followed by deprivation is relentless. It's a social experiment gone wrong, a metaphor made literal, and an absolute nightmare to exist in, where empathy dies quickly and hope even faster. 4. Parasyte, the Maxim, a world where the enemy wears your face. At first glance, the world of Parasyte the Maxim looks like ours, ordinary cities, people living normal lives. But beneath that surface lies one of the most terrifying realities in fiction, a silent invasion by alien organisms that turn humans into predators. These parasites infect people by burrowing into their brains, taking full control of their bodies. The host looks normal, but is now a perfect killer, capable of morphing their body into blades and tendrils to slaughter humans with ease. They walk among us undetected, posing as coworkers, teachers, even parents, and kill without emotion or hesitation. What makes this universe especially horrifying isn't just the monsters, but the uncertainty. Anyone could be a parasite. There's no way to tell until it's too late. Trust becomes dangerous. Love, community, and even your own identity are called into question. Shinichi, the protagonist, is partially infected when the parasite fails to reach his brain and instead fuses with his arm. He survives, but at a cost. He gains strength, speed, and resilience, but slowly begins to lose his empathy. In this world, the only way to survive is to become colder, less human, just like the monsters you're fighting. Government efforts to combat the threat are ineffective. Parasites organize, infiltrate politics, and manipulate society from within. The horror isn't loud and explosive. It's quiet, creeping, and constant. Humanity's dominance is a fragile illusion. You're not safe at school, at home, or in public. You're just meat, and the predators are already here. 5. Cyberpunk 2077, Neon Nightmares and Corporate Chains. Night City in Cyberpunk 2077 is a vision of the future gone horribly wrong. On the surface, it's a dazzling metropolis of technology, cybernetics, and endless possibility, but beneath it lies the rot. Corporations rule everything. Human life is expendable, privacy is extinct, and your worth is determined by how much you can produce, hack, or sell. The rich augment themselves to godlike levels while the poor live in slums riddled with violence and addiction. Identity, memory, and even consciousness are commodities. It's a world where hope is an illusion and resistance is often futile. The constant surveillance, existential dread, and decaying humanity make it one of the bleakest sci-fi universes imaginable. 6. Squid Game. Desperation turned into spectacle. Squid Game is set in a world close to our own, but it explores a brutal underbelly. a deadly competition that exploits the debt-ridden and desperate. Participants are lured in with promises of wealth, but quickly realize they are pawns in sadistic games that end in bloody death. What makes this universe so frightening is how little needs to change from our current reality for it to exist. The games are hidden from public view, run by elites who see human suffering as entertainment. It's not just about survival, it's about the commodification of human despair. In this world, dignity is stripped away in exchange for the illusion of choice, making it a terrifying satire of capitalist excess. 7. Children of Men, a dying world without future. In Children of Men, humanity has become infertile. No child has been born in over 18 years. The world is slowly crumbling under the weight of despair, fascism, and fear. Governments have collapsed or turned authoritarian, migrants are imprisoned in cages, and violence is everywhere. Hope is a rare and dangerous thing, as people have given up on the idea of a future. Society's loss of purpose and increasing brutality make this a bleak, soul-crushing existence. You're not just surviving without hope, you're living in a world that has already emotionally and spiritually died. 8. The Road, post-apocalyptic cannibal Earth. Cormac McCarthy's The Road presents one of the grimmest fictional settings imaginable. The world has ended. No sun, no plants, no animals, no governments. Ash covers everything, and temperatures drop year after year. Humanity has mostly turned to cannibalism, and trust is virtually non-existent. Even a can of food is a matter of life or death. The bond between a father and son is the only light in this world, but even that is constantly endangered. There are no grand battles or chances for redemption here, only slow, quiet extinction. If hell exists, the road is its lifeless, gray version on Earth.